is Daddy Chocolate here at DQ with the Smoking Hot White.
So much love and gratitude. Yeah, let me stop this share. What is that? Boom. So much love and gratitude. Let's get into it. I have a little bit of a rant, and then we will get into my story, the mystery, the mist, right? And I have several books I will share, mostly from the 1800s, to talk about the Chaldeans and the titles that I put on this YouTube live tonight. I know it was spur of the moment, my friends, but I appreciate everyone out here that maybe will catch this later. So much love, no views. It's great. When I speak at, so when I say certain things, we're going to share how I got to these things, right? Excuse me. In just a few books and my own personal discernment, my own personal grimoire, programmer, etc., right? When I speak ad nauseum about removing old programming and malware, I speak literally, right? I see around the tubes about others saying things are changing. Things are changing. But I find it so it's like a generic type of talk. It's really like a fantastical sized talk for energies and the awakened ones and the raptured. You're gonna get caught up by the Nibiru or whatever. It's all just fantastical talk, right? Here on TRE, it's been shared all last year and even the year prior about 2025 specifically. And it ain't going to slow down from here. And I've been talking about these very things pretty much in every single show. And I mean everything that I say. I mean everything that I say, folks. And provide specific ways to navigate this realm. And I do them myself. The information, the source, it comes from myself, right, to you. Namaste. Okay, folks. I've been purposely ignoring the woo-sa talk, and have been sharing exactly how I've been sensing things coming, and that I see and feel. If you notice, so many other people's out here, they're not in spirit, man. They're not rocking in spirit. So expressing that, if you're pretty much the same and have the same thinking and paradigms, then you're missing the change. I'm pretty much done with Telegram, if I'm being real. That's my only last social media outlet, except maybe for a few of the homies that I enjoy communicating with. But I find so many still stuck in old ways and downright, if I'm being honest, basic. Right? So many people I find to be lame. Their ideas are just regurgitated from other stuff, not any real unique thinking or messages. Just rehashed conspiracy stuff that's been told for decades. But the topics they mention the topics as if they're brand new. Check this out. I mean, yeah, of course. And even spiritual topics, dudes. Fluffy, feel-good info or sourced from Crowley agent spiritual things. But I share what I would consider pretty self-evident alternatives to the past, like, for example, the Pict people, right? Just being an example, being actual what one would consider colored people. That's if you look it up, there's like, there's colored means colored people, dark skinned, right? And I mostly receive mainstream responses, man. They were painted and tatted. Okay. Or they were so-called Black Irish, right? Weren't they? Or Nagas, huh? serpent dragging worshipers with ties to America. Huh? We're going to get into the Scythians, aka the Sacae, right? Aka the Sac people, aka the Saksons that migrated to the west into those places or land. We'll get into it. I'll show you how I got there. But so many are stuck regurgitating the malware of the past, decrepit programs, closed minds, unwilling to perhaps identify what is right in front of them. And anyone that's a hacker, knows when you have malware, especially decrepit programs, it will slow down your operating system. Okay. The inability to think clearly, right? But in my opinion, man, I mean, everyone's like lame. Not too many unique thinkers out there, dude, out there on the interwebs. Unless, what they're sharing is it's based on previous thinkers who are openly associated with death, destruction, and guess what? Deceit, right? And my frequency, the way that I lekanosis isn't going to be received by many because we literally spell differently and we don't cast the same. I would consider that I omnidirectional new casting while others are frequency. Their freaks are different, right? And can only understand tired old narrow channels that brings them comfort. Most prefer the familiar and seemingly enjoy new info as long as it fits in their parasitings. And truly new casts are repulsive to them because they can't hear it. It's not only a different branch, but entirely different roots. Okay, my friends. Maybe if I put spooky TikTok music and make 30-second sound bites, folks would enjoy the bite-sized gnosis scraps. But I share how so-called Black people come from America and not Africa. It causes supreme, how dare you question Mama Africa, the cradle of civilization. Well, Trey is the grown-ups table, and we prepare full meals here, okay? If your emotions get in a tizzy, you're welcome. If your fundamental axioms get shaken, you're welcome. If you don't feel safe here, you're welcome. Remember, I mean everything that I say. And I've said many times that Trey is the most dangerous channel out there. Dangerous thinking. I don't just say these things, my friends. If you feel insulted for your gurus, your holy texts, your thought leaders and mind guiders, energy coaches, well, that insults you, you're welcome. We're in different fields. My dog is over there scratching. If you feel this way, it's not me. Aged, overgrown mind weeds take a lot of effort to remove and burn away. The curing and casting process. As we've stated here many times in the Homie Mystic Anon, for example, authenticity is at top demand and scarcity. Everything seems like a story or a thing that must be documented, right? Imagine you're out there in the wild, right? The vanity and narcissism of having to share everything with others, even while doing the thing. Thoughts of how cool this current activity will be to show people later. Excuse me. instead of being in life, instead of being in the thing and never sharing it with anyone who wasn't there. That's why I have a large amount of time in my life that there are not any vids or pics except for maybe just one or two. Maybe a quick pic, and I save it for memories, right? No sharing with others like the public. I don't even take the phone with me outdoors or when I go to social events. I'll leave that thing in the car, dude. This might sound crazy to some. I'll even drive to the grocery store and leave my phone in the car. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. Dangerous even. Makes me think, I do have a coworker who's cool. He was having car troubles and decided to walk home, right? 7 miles. And I respect that. I know I can do 6 miles of even terrain pretty easily. So maybe a little water, maybe some nice shoes, right? So I gauge my risk factor on the amount of daylight left and 6 miles over or under. My pace count is like 3 miles an hour, gets it closer to 2 miles an hour when we start getting into the 6 mile range, So I know I can get home in 6 miles in 2.5, 3 miles at the worst. Right? It might sound rough, but it's fine. But really, I mean, everything out there, everyone talks the same now, if you notice. Like, I call it internet talk. Everyone dresses the same. There's no like individual culture, I know the word individual is loaded, but you know what I mean? There's no uniqueness, man. I do try to speak genuinely about stuff that I want to share. I get it why Trey, the Ronin experience doesn't have mass appeal. I get that because it's genuine. It's unique and authentic and dangerous. Most stuff is not genuine due to having other reasons or purpose. Look at the people that do things. What's their purpose? What are their intentions? You've heard me ask everyone I've come into contact with here online on the YouTube, why are you here? What is your intention? You've heard me ask that often, right? So many folks, not unique, because mass appeal requires familiarity and feels. It's not challenging, right? Not authentic, because again, there are other reasons, and most are not authentic to begin with. They're not dangerous either. Well, they want to be popular. They want to be popular. If you wish to be popular, one needs to conform with the herd, and it needs to be safe and effective. Okay? The Ronin experience is absolutely not safe and effective. This is a dojo. All right? They operate on fear-based and sensationalism. Clickbait. Right? We all know that. Who are they trying to catch with the bait? The Ronin experience titles of shows come from within each and every week, and on purposely are anti-click. They screen people away, but you have no idea the undercurrents of syncs that come with the titles, both out there in the wild and in my personal experience. No rules or arcs over me, guys. This is the anti-arc message between fire and ice. Mist. For those that have seen me with my camera on, you've seen the painting behind me, right, that I painted a couple years ago. I know it's rough, but the path between fire and ice. Mist. I will no longer, and I'm going to be honest, I'm no longer commenting on YouTube vids that aren't people that I know. I left a comment about the picked people, a brand new vid today. I was like, oh, picked people, cool. And it's from someone who I thought was into real stuff. I left a comment about the Pict people in the Sacae, which we're going to talk about tonight, saying how they were dark-skinned people, so-called black. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, literally the description is colored people, okay? And also, there's ties that they have to the Americas. For a long, long time. America was not some unknown place, folks. Okay? It was India. They went to India. They found India. Okay? Pretty basic. It's not the Indians. When you think of Indians, who do you think of? When you ask a person who is now so-called from India, you go, hey, do you go by, which I've done multiple times, do you call yourselves Indian? And they're like, no, we call ourselves, and they mention whatever group they're from, right? And the responses that I received on that comment that I made, it was like, oh, you're making liberal talking points. I'm like, what? And other ones be like, we was Pictas, which trying to be silly, and I appreciate silly. I'm like, okay, we was Pictas and shit. It's like, okay, it's funny, I get it, but not for the reasons they think it's funny. The astroturfing and projection is wild. The dark magi mentalists have really done a number on folks out there when it comes to the info, dude. The inflow and the outflow. Normies and the unknowing mediocre, they don't see that independent can also sometimes be parallel with psyop opinions. All right? It's done on purpose. So it's just better not for me to be even close to normie channels. I commented on another cat, Old World channel. They responded, I'm coming from an oppressed, ignorant position, and I was asked to leave the channel. Okay. I wasn't even trying to be controversial. I thought I was on like a high-minded YouTube channel. But anyway, enough of my shenanigans. Let's get into the story. Where shall we begin? I have a bunch. Let's just start with what? Let's see. I'll share in 1 second. I'm going to blow this up a bit. How do I come to my opinions? How do you come to your claims? Oh, my. Ireland, of the Chaldeans. Y'all ever heard the Chaldeans? Let's see if we can go. Who wrote this? Anna Wilkes. Oh, but weren't women oppressed or something? I don't know. That's another thing, right? What's this? University of Toronto, for those that appreciate credentials. It was digitized in 2007. That's nice to know. Always use discernment. Anna Wilkes, right? Remember, women were oppressed. 1873. So I don't want to get off on that, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Let me remove my. There we go. 1873, folks. Go ahead. Ireland. How do you say Ireland is Ireland? How do you say the Semitic, right? Look at these words. We'll get into it. Etymology says, okay. The material, and we're going to skim through this. There's going to be a lot. Thanks for the 2 viewers that were here earlier, and now we have no viewers. Awesome. Backed up what I was saying earlier, but I appreciate you. The material that has engaged my attention in the following pages is principally taken from the Mosaic, the Quran, the Talmud, and Celtic references to the first peoples and places. The first peoples. All right. I'll try and go first. I'll try and go quickly here. I like this. This may appear strange to some people, but it will occur to the reflecting and intelligent mind that it is quite possible to do over again some of the work of the scripture commenters and interpreters and be at the same time in perfect harmony with the Bible. For instance, the sites of the principal countries, cities, places mentioned in that book are by their own are by their own confession up to the present unascertained. Reconsider the teachings of men, folks. This is just a preface, man. We got to get through this. We got to punch through this, yo. Those esteem themselves as Saxon, Danish, and Norman blood should remove the race asperities that so frequently operate against one another and join with the Celt in mutual respect and prosperity. We're talking about the first peoples. Those, I gotta get through this. This is going to be a long time. But you see how there's a lot, right? I can't do super hour-long presentations, you know? This is for those that are really into researching things and realize how goofy even the alternative people will be talking about. Dogma, as well as theory, is subjected to the investigations of the thoughtful. All right. Let me just go through this. This is great stuff, man. I have thousands of books on this, right? So we're going to get into Chaldea, the basis of your Bible. If you're a Council of Nicaea believer, 2,000 years, 2032 or whatever it was, these brilliant scribes, if you believe in those timelines, should just leave this channel now, folks. Go back on normie pages. Yo, hold on. I'm gonna get there, folks. I'm gonna get there. Maybe I'll just do a should I do a search? Aryan. We talked about Aryan, Celts, Chaldea. How the Hebrew, Irish, English, Chaldea words mix, but let's just top on this. I have several other books to go through. See? Cow. Akkad. Cow is prefixed. They fixed it. Thanks for fixing it, everybody. You ever look up the word prefixed? You ever look up the word suffixed? What does it mean? It changes. It changes things. But they call it Akkad, right? Orchid, Orchid, Okad. We're the Acadians. Look at North America. Top of Canada for the Acadians. So we'll get into the Saxons and the Sacae. See how much this is, folks? Eber, Burr, Iberia, Siberia. The Irish Eber, Hebrew, Brew. Brew is Druids. Oh, I just saw it. Brew is actually the word itself. It could also be Drew. He drew the Druids. It's just a table of contents. You know, why should I do hours-long presentation breaking this down? No one watches it. They don't like this stuff. It messes their paradigms, you know? So where should we start? The Pele. I mentioned the Pele. The Pelegese, the Pelegus, Arabs and Celtics. They mentioned it here. Pelegus, and the descendants of Ebor, Iberia, Siberia, everywhere, right? Tara, Tara, Kara, Kara. So, man, there's so much stuff here. Appreciate everyone joining. For those that don't know, you go, well, how do you come up with these ideas? Well, I got another book here. This one, just to fast forward, right? Okay, you can read that, you can tap that. Right. Okay, Godfrey Higgins, Esquire. This is in the 1800s as well. Someone can do the math on that date. All right, so much. So let's just, maybe we can find the Sacae here. Can we find the Sacae? And we'll look in the or the Scythians. Hold on. Let's start with the Scythians. The Chaldeans and Scythians and Mexicans. That's funny. Yo, get out of here, dude. Well, what do I know? What do I know? The Sephardic. You ever heard of it? So let's just start here because it's so much, right? Name. Oh, wait. What's above this? Lord, I'm about to read this whole thing. Paradisi. The great tree in the Garden of Eden. It is agreed by all authors that Druids pretended to perform various operations by means of sticks, sprigs, branches, blah, 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 called magical, right? The Druids, Germaniorium, don't forget the Getamantes, folks out there, okay? Hence, the letters and alphabets came to be considered magical, and the whole system of writing compared to a tree bearing leaves and fruit. And hence also came to the celebrated Sortes Virgilianae, which had this name from the belief that Virgil was a Chaldean magician and astrologer. He was of the order of men who were banished by Marcus Aurelius. Y'all ever heard of him? Under the name of Mathematici and Chaldee, of whom I shall have much to say hereafter. Okay, y'all catching on this? Is, you know what I'm saying? Right, unscribed, particularly Arabians, invented their almost innumerable allegories, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And hence the Sephardic, seafaring. Y'all know the Jays out there in what they called Al-Andalus. Okay. Of the Kabbalistic Jews, and this tree contained 10 names: Vis, Corona, Sapientia, Prudentia, Clementia, Gravitas, Ornatus, Triumphus, Confessios Landus, Fundamentum Regnum. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. For this reason, the Egyptians expressed the number 10 by the word mid. I think that says mid. That is perfection. And the Irish call it deg, D-E-A-G, a word of like meaning. And for this reason, the Chaldeans formed the word Iad or Jad or Yad. It looks like a J-O-D, or number 10. By an equilateral triangular, thus, Looks kind of like a triangle. It's an A, right? Which is the symbol of perfection by the Egyptians. Okay. The Egyptians doubled the triangle, thus X, and thus became a cross of St. Andrew, or the letter X, or 10, that is perfection. Being the perfect number, or the number of figures on both hands. Hence, it stood for the 10 with Egyptians, Chinese, Phoenicians, Romans, etc., and is so used with us at this day. The Mexicans also use the same figure in their secular calendars. The Tartars called it Luma, from the Scythian lam, a hand, synonymous with yad or jad by the Chaldeans. And thus it became the name of a cross of the high priest of the Tartars. And with the Irish, Luam signifies the head of the church, an abbot, right? I mean, this goes on and on and on, yo. But I have my own little, like, dodge all the various hijacks in here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I messed up. Appreciate the 5 viewers. Massive love. Moo. Vine. Muin. Look at these numbers. For all you etymology out there. How do you come up with your etymology? You just make this stuff up, Ronin. Oh my gosh. Back up your opinions. I mean, sheesh, man. This is, you know how much time I spend, you know how many years I've spent looking at this, and I still don't know nothing. Phoenicians had numerals before they had letters. The first numerals were similar to the Irish. Why are the Phoenician numerals similar to the Irish? We're going to get there, everyone. And the Chaldeans. So, let me keep going, man. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, Friday took its name from Freya, Freya's dog, as Wednesday did from Wodan, Wodan's dog. Tuis was the name which the old Saxons gave to the son of the Supreme, hence Tuesday. Thor being the firstborn, called the eldest of the sons, he is made a middle divinity, a mediator between God and man. I know some of you are aware of some of this, but there's going to be a twist. Watch. Such, too, was the Persian god, for Thor was venerated also as the intelligence that animated the sun and fire. The Persians declared that the most illustrious of all the intelligences was that which they worshipped under the symbol of fire. Fire. Have y'all ever heard of what are the Nagas into? What are the Americas Indians into? Dragons, fire breath, fire snakes, feathered fire snakes, the Sioux. What are the Sioux? Anyway, they called him Mithras. This is Phoenician, or the mediator of God. The Scythians called him Goetosaurus, Cyrus, the good star. All the Celtic nations were accustomed to worship the sun, either as distinguished from Thor or as his symbol. It was their custom to celebrate a feast at the winter solstice. Okay, yep, Helios, bam, bam, bam. Okay. Let me drink some water. I don't know if anyone's enjoying this, but I'm just going to keep talking. I didn't really prepare. I just broke out some books from the 1800s. That's all. No one who has reflected much on the names of the Grecian gods and mythos can deny that their etymologies are in general most unsatisfactory. This is caused by searching for them nowhere but in the Greek language. The spoken language of Greece was, like that of all other nations, the child of circumstance. It was composed out of a mixture brought by Kelti, by Ionians, right? If they were not the same, by Pelagasi from Phoenicia, from the second race of Chaldai called Scythians, and perhaps by others, right? As Plato truly said, recourse ought to be had for probably all the old names to Barbary, the Berbers, the son of Ebor, as Ibor. Long after these succeeded the tribe of Tartars or Scythians. Tartars, Scythians, Tartars, Scythians. Right? You're going to read this up. It's been a long time. So let me see. From the Mesopotamia of India to the west. Okay. Constituted of Jews. Okay. The west. So they moved west. The so-called Jews, the so-called Ethiopians moved west. West. What's west? What they call Europe. What they do in World War II. They killed the Jews. What did the Jews look like? Dark-skinned motherfuckers. Which they don't tell you. There's pictures, bro. There's photographs and everything, yo. Be like, oh, how dare you? Yo. They wiped out the old world during that time, and they just happen to be a little darker complected than some may feel comfortable with. Who came down from the Black and Caspian seas and overran Asia. I've already gone into the Black Sea and the Caspia. Pia. Pale. Without a soul. Not a skin color. A way of doing things. They also came from the Kaw. I've mentioned this before. Just look up also tribes in America. They're freaking black motherfuckers. They came in and populated Africa from the east, and they populated that sucker from America. America is where all the so-called black people come from, essentially, originally. Yes, there was a widespread thing, but, you know, that's my word. That's my thing that I think, right? Just based on the info. I'm not tied to any of this. I don't care what people look like, if they look like me or not. I'm just talking. Caliphs. Remember Queen Califia out of California? Ever heard of it? Right. Oh, that was just the Caliphs. Oh, that was a romance novel about caliphites. Oh, yeah? Okay. So, you know, we're just bouncing around, man. Just bouncing around. Again, after the lapse of another long period, the descendants of the northeastern Tartars spoken of above as having come down from the north into the Duab under the name Scythians. We're talking about how Ireland was populated. It came from the west. It came from these dark-skinned Saracen cats. Black on black crime, guys. In Europe. Can you believe it? Not Europe. Europe's I mean, this is such a wealth of information. I mean, I don't even know where to go. I got no participation. I can sit and just read these books out loud to you all, you know. I don't even know. I'm just looking up keyword, the Sacae. I need to find the Sacae because that's where the Saksons. Where'd the Saksons or the Sacae of North India? But the Saksons. Wait, hold on. Are you telling me? Are you trying to tell me the Saksons? How? Because German, i.e. Saxon, are you trying to tell me these Germans were dark-skinned OG Jews, OG Hebrews who came across and owned and operated the Garamond? Are you trying to tell me Germany was a bunch of dark-skinned cats and they moved into Ireland also? Are you trying to tell me that? No way. No way. Chiefly descended. The English are both Hebrew, which Hebrew is Chaldean, and Arabic and Syriac and Pushtu, the language of the Sacae or Saksai of North India, as I shall presently prove. Here we get into Sanskrit. Oh, but Sanskrit said a thing. Okay. Sanskrit, which are the same nearly in form and sense as words in the languages above named. Okay. It cannot be not denied that they have meanings. I suppose, however, he means to say, now I don't know previously, again, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not your mom or your dad. I can't sit here and read this book and this book and freaking, we'll get into another book in a second. This book, Parthia, I've talked about it. You know, but we'll keep going. Again, I have no idea if you guys are interested in this, but I am. I found it fascinating. I suppose, however, he means to say their roots have no meaning in the Sanskrit language, but if they have roots in other languages, they will still have meanings. And if the languages be artificial, there's artificial languages out there, folks, and formed upon a variety of other languages, in every case, the root will show where the word has come from. And if they be all founded on one, the course will be shown by which it has descended through the medium of each language. For example, the word na banda, noticed in a former book. The word na will be from the Latin or Greek, the word band from the Saxon. Okay. Buddha, the name of a river. The word nu is clearly the Hebrew word for river. The word bud is Sanskrit and means wise or wisdom or the river of Buddha. Okay. The word Koda, this is Koder in Arabic and God in Saxon and English. So what they're saying is there's similarity, there's root word similarities in all of these with slight variations, right? So in an examination of the vernacular dialects of India will render it evident that Sanskrit is a foreign language which has been superinduced on them and not they on Sanskrit. Is anyone listening? So while we're here, oh, the Brahmins. There we go. Let's go. Wow. And the Jains. Oh man, this is big too. Out of the 339 Sanskrit words which he found in Greek, has detected 300 of them in the poems of Homer. Indeed, it is now admitted that there are great numbers of its words in Latin, the Greek, and the Western languages, but it is not the universal sacred language of Buddhists or Jains. from this circumstance, I think an important consequence will follow. The Buddhist religion having been proven to have been universally disseminated, the ancient language on which the Sanskrit was founded, for there can be little doubt that it would be in some degree be founded in the vernacular language of its builders, must have been in use by the Buddhists before the division of the religions. I need not point out that to my reader that the number of years required to effect a complete change of spoken language is often very small. The language of the Chaucers has become scarcely intelligible in the lapse of only 300 years. The Sanskrit, after being brought to perfection, has remained almost unchanged because it has been commonly spoken language, because it is tied down by strict and unvarying. Okay, supposing the Sanskrit to have been brought to perfection or completed to its present state by the Brahmins after their division from the Buddhists, which if it had not, the Buddhists would have generally used it, but this they do not. And to have been founded upon a language of the division of this would be a sufficient reason why numbers of the roots of Sanskrit words should be found in Western nations, where Buddhism had prevailed. Western nations. We get to the Hebrew. Oh, we got Chris here. Chris, what's up, man?
What up? Sorry I'm late, bro. I thought we were gonna do it 6.
Oh no, it's cool.
I want to get a Superman theme for when I get here late though, but I wouldn't know how to play it anyways.
I mean, I don't even know if people are digging. I'm just reading. I mean, no one's really. I get no participation right now. I don't know.
Mean, it's all good. It's all good. They might come late. They might watch it after. You know.
That's cool.
You never know. Never know. Hey, something I wanted to ask you. I was just looking at the word Brahmins, and I don't even know why I've never had this thought before. But I was like, Brahmins. It's like you remove the B and you got Ramans. You got Romans, right? Isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I never even thought of that before.
No, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to read that in a book. You just see it. Brahmins minus the B, you pretty much have Romans, right?
One letter difference.
Yeah, this is, guys, D's and B's, and I mean, like things like W's, which is literally a dualistic letter. It's U and then W. Before they were V's, and like Saxon, So let me, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, Chris.
100%. I'm with you, bro.
You just figure it out yourself. You guys aren't smart enough. You think that low of yourself that you have to rely on others to look at the basics. That's my point. Being your own programmer. I mean, what the fudge, man? Look at this. That the language of the Saksons, that is the Sacae, which they already went over a bunch. Like I can't sit here and read 800 pages plus another 1,000 pages over here, saying like to everybody to put my thing together. And why even Chaldean, Mexico? They're talking about conquest, Chaldean, Buddhists over in Ireland, Ireland, We're here talking about Sacae, which anyone with half a brain knows that the Scythians relates to Sacae. Sacae relates to Saksons. They moved the Saksons, despite all your Hollywood movies, were dark-skinned cats. Why do you think you get the Black Irish? Why do you think you get the Nagas getting removed by the destroyer Saint Patrick or whatever? He did a good job. Guy was ruthless as shit. So he got sainthood. The Sacae, Buddha was Sacae. So the language of the Saksons was nearly pure Hebrew based on this guy, right? Okay. The Nestorians, Chaldean tongue, German. I mean, this Ras. I've talked about the Ru. Ru means red, essentially. Like, that's one simple thing.
Are they giving God the name of Al or AI there?
Oh.
Hebrew name for God. I can't really read it because it's like it's up. It's like in the third sentence down or fourth sentence down. The Hebrew name for God.
It looks like an L.
Looks like it. So it's like the beginning of Allah almost. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So really fucking. Yeah. Okay. It's weird that it's an uppercase small L. It's like the only time they do that.
The logos, the logi, wisdom, right?
I wonder why they do that. Isn't that weird? That is weird. Like every other L that's lowercase is actually, except for the one after the Q below, but Bath Cole ends in a lowercase L. Cleveland has lowercase L's.
So QL said to have the meaning of curse. QL has the meaning of vile. So, depending on who's writing this.
It's a weird way to write an uppercase, a smaller uppercase letter, and then they do like dual smaller uppercase letters with the QL.
Yeah. It's kind of rough because I only really speak English, man. This kind of sucks. I wish I would have learned like Arabic and maybe some like Japanese or something.
I know a little Spanish, but that's about it.
Where we at here? Black used to know. Flights. Meant the sun, so Maturi meant the sun.
So mature
meant the sun. The first syllable, I suspect, was Hebrew, which meant a resting place, a couch, a bed, a sofa. That is, the ray was a ray of sun, which was wisdom, or Sophia, or place of wisdom, a resting place of divine wisdom, a divan. Oh, they do have couches called like divans. That is Deva Ana, or holy place, where in the Asiatic courts is the sofa. Bro, that's right. When you get the freaking sofa, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
If you walk away with anything, where'd they get the name for sofa? You got
which the king reposes to administer justice.
Yes.
So
when you're sitting there and your girl's yelling at you to take out the trash, tell her, "Yo, I'm the king, and I'm administering justice right now."
Off with your head.
So he's saying, same for the Franks, or as in the future page, I shall prove, the kings of the Sacae, Saksons. So the Franks were Scythians. Okay. Sacae or Saksons. These are interchangeable words, folks. It's important to add to your decoder thing, right? Had their beds in justice. In the Mathura of India, Krishna spent his youth after taking refuge from the tyrants.
So obviously that's where they got like the Theosophists, or the Theosophists, not Theosophists, so I guess you could say Theosophists, but the Theosophists get Maitreya from Machoria, from this word, I'm assuming. Because that's what they called their second coming of the Savior, the Maitreya.
I'm just reading this. Maurice, if you guys want to have a good time, there's a whole bunch of Maurice Knights out there back in the day in Europe.
And this is supposed to be the Christ, which is, why is there a missing H? That's odd. There's a missing H once, and when it's Krishna, is that a different Christ?
Let me which it seems probably about the Krishna in Egypt. I don't.
So in the maturity, I want to say Maitreya, so bad, of India, Krishna spent his youth after taking refuge there from the tyrant who strove to destroy him. And in the Maitreya of Egypt, Jesus Christ is said to have, we have before shown to have spent his youth. Yes, I'm guessing they're comparing like two different versions of the Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
Or they're trying to show that they're both the same version of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
I broke down the word Orient before, and also origin, jinn, the jinn. In Oregon. I broke this down the other day in Telegram. Of course, guys, I mean, support the freaking underground, man, you know, because, like, I'm telling you, so many real ones are removing themselves from society. If y'all don't fucking support shit, I'm sitting here reading stuff. I don't give a fuck, yo. Like, these cats are, everyone's so ungrateful. It's not even funny. Everywhere I go, I show gratitude, and I'm out here just, I don't even care, because, like, who cares? I'm out here. You're adding, and you're looking at stuff and adding stuff, but, you know, who cares? Who gives a fuck? I'll just go hermit mode, man, and
it's hard not to, man. It's hard not to.
So many closed minds out there, man. It's just gross. It's gross to me.
All these people are, we already know, they're gone. Yeah, that supposed Greek word, I'm starting to think that they're like, this is like and they're encoding basically like they're inverting the E and making it an M at the end. And they're just like flipping the V upside down, or probably changing a V from a U, turning it upside down. And I bet it's like a totally different word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can switch it around. You can spin it all the way around.
Right? Yeah.
W-M. I mean, you can spin that sucker all the way around. So if you have the right compass. So
Ericoel. Oh, we're getting into the mems and the mercury here, huh?
Yeah.
And Cali.
Yeah. Cal in Ireland, Ireland, Cal in what they call India. By the way, India is such a brand new name. America was India. Again, I speak this ad nauseum. Use your own brain. The West Indian Company. The conquistador, known as, he had a Spanish name, but you know, Christopher Columbus and all them, but they had Spanish names. They were black dudes too. Found India.
Cristobal.
Oh, that's just one of them, bro.
Yeah.
A whole nother. His name was like Juan something.
That Heracula is interesting. It looks, I mean, makes me just think of Dracula. I've never seen that version of Hercules.
Yeah, I mean H, you know, it obviously could be I, but you know, could be like a Y, could be a J, could be a G, although a G is a hijack letter, but you know, you can put this out there in different ways. Sephardic. Remember Sephardic. Sephardic Jews got beat in Al-Andalus, went to India, aka America, linked up with and spoke perfectly with the people in the Americas, and then they were chased by the rest of the people. It's super basic history. The Sioux.
Sweet ass. Leprechauns. Leprechauns. Lycofrons. Who's that?
They're either werewolf dwarfs or
Imported warmer climate, memory of Saxon's fox, of Samson's foxes. Every time I see the word fox now, I start to think of the intelligence agencies.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, there's a few different reasons. I can't even remember the main one, but like there's this one of the YouTubers, Amaryllis Fox, who says I think she's former CIA, and she goes around on some of these YouTubes talking about news and whatnot. But there's other reasons, and right now I'd have to go back and check what the hell they are. My mind is just blank on that. I wasn't even thinking about it.
I mean, I see Saracens right here. For those that don't know, I mean, I'll do the search for you. Who's this cat? Look up the coat of arms of Andrus. Who's this black motherfucker, yo? Yo, this is Andrus. Who are the Saracens? Look at this.
Looks like the Sardinia too, right? Or Sicily, or one of the two. I can't remember which one. I think it's Sardinia has the black.
Dark-skinned people. Like, not me. Not on my watch. Saracens. Y'all have any kids named Sarah? Oh, gosh.
We got the sickle star.
I'll just say history. This is basic stuff, but you know what I mean. Saracens. All right. Yo. Yeah, Saracens.
Yep.
Saracens. So look up Saracens. Where were they? They were all up and down Europe. It's very, very, very basic stuff. What does rue mean? You know, what is I shared earlier in Third Edifice thing. What does vermilion mean? It means red.
Vermilion red. Let's see at the bottom. It was at the bottom. Or
okay, I'll just red pigment.
And it's made by Mercury.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a different search engine. Oh, come on, that's not what I was trying to do. Calafia. Gulf of California. Or less commonly known as the Vermilion Sea, the Red Sea.
Here we go.
Folks, y'all done with your dogma yet? I mean, what the heck?
Mod Vermejo.
Yeah.
Baja California.
If you look at maps, I've shared them earlier today. Third Edifice Telegram, if you guys are interested. There's so much data. How do you come up with this information, Ronin? Prove yourself. Like, sheesh, do you have 20,000 hours for me to sit and share with you? Like, because this ain't quick shares. So let's go with this one. We went with that other book for a long time. Again, appreciate the chat, but if you guys have any questions, I mean, gosh, ask. You know, put your energy in something that's really, even if you disagree.
How many people we got even in here right now?
Besides you, 3.
I don't even think I'm not like, I don't think I'm counted anymore. I think I turned mine off. So they said probably 3 separate ones. Yeah. Well, unless they're counting me through StreamYard. God damn these mosquitoes, man! I don't get it. I don't know where they're coming from.
Oh man, they're aliens.
Oh, that pissed me off so much.
Give me a second, folks. I have to get acquainted with this book real fast. Because I'm this down here. What is this?
Getting the Matrix upload right now. The whole book.
Yeah.
Plugging it in.
1864. Hebrew connection to Parthia. And this is where you get the word Great Britain. Parthia. You go, how do you get there? I mean, if you guys tap in the Ronin experience, support this channel, you hear about it. The more energy I give and receive.
The Danae, that's like the those fairy fucking kings and queens.
Yep. And they look
And
at
that's the tribe of Dani is something. And they say they don't originate in Ireland, even though you would think that they would.
You guys see where I type in the land of the Fae, current land of the Fae map. It's what they know as Liberia right now, West Africa. It's an old map. That's not what I meant to type, but Liberia, just like Ybor, Iberia, just with an L, just like Siberia with an S. You know, this is. I need an old map. You know, Google's not going to give it to me like old shit. Here we go.
You think the AI would start doing this but nope.
No, they're bogus. This is a map from the 1830s, folks. I share this stuff so often. Can I make this bigger?
So this is
okay. Country of the day, DEYS. Country of the Fays, FEYS, or the Vays, VEYS. So you have FVD. If you want to know about the land of the Fae, just look up a map from the 1830s in Liberia.
The Keltums,
which is not called Liberia back then. It was called Liberia when they moved all the American dark-skinned people across to Africa. This was after all the slaves trade was sent from America to Africa, and the Black Sea and Caspian Sea and all those other people populated Africa, as I've shown and mentioned many, many times. And if I sound the way I sound, it's the land of the Bassa. The Bassa. This is well-known information.
Say Kronos down there? Or what does it say? Cruz? I can't see it. Right over the A of the ocean, right there.
The Cruz are the laborers and the watermen of the coast. Yeah, it says Cruz. Cruz Ba. I mean, there's so much here. You guys, I don't know what you guys, again, I'm a little defensive because I study these maps. I look at all this shit. And when I do shares, if you're not going to fucking give energy, I mean,
it's wild looking at this map because every city on pretty much the coast there, like at least below where you are right now, it's like all cities in New Jersey.
You see what I'm saying?
Like we got Stockton, we saw, what else?
That's also one in California.
Colonia, obviously.
Barbara.
Yeah.
Bolton, Tulsa. This is from the 1830s, guys. And if you guys give me more love and you guys are interested in me doing more shares, I will actually spend hours and hours every day and put together actual presentations. But I can barely get a daggone like on my vids. But so when I listen to people on the YouTubes, right? They're like, they read the YouTube manual. They're like, did I add value? Then let me get a sub. Like, guys, I've been adding value for several years now on the dopest channel that exists. Topa Kanai. Y'all ever seen a map of the United States? Tennessee River, Indiana. You ever heard of India?
I bet people would like to see a episode on how the U.S. is mirrored in a mirror of U.S. versus all of the the rest of the world, like basically how Europe and stuff are mirrored onto the U.S.
Oh, it's everywhere. They've inverted your stuff. They've inverted everything. You know,
like, we should dedicate a whole episode one day to that, like, and like kind of organize it a little bit. And I bet people would love that because, like, I mean, people just—it's like obviously it's older stuff for us, but it's hard to find good breakdowns on that anymore. And I know you took a lot of your videos even down on that stuff.
I take them down. Yeah. My shit has my shit self-destructs after a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? It just does.
That's hilarious. That's great.
It just does. I get 4 likes on a vid, and it's like, see you later. Yeah, it's that time, yo. I mean,
apparently you make a new channel right now. YouTube will start pushing you. I don't know why.
Probably they like the new school cats, and it seems like new school cats can share anything. Oh, this is about Sacae too. Okay, there's a reason why I brought this up.
The Sacae soldiers.
So Sacae. Hold on, I did a find.
Scythians, sexy Saksons, sexy Saksons. Every time I see Sacae, I think sexy.
Hey, I'm a sexy. You think like a Borat situation?
Yeah, like a just sexy. It looks at when you see the Saxon next to Sacae, it looks like all you need is an eye, and you got Saxy. I don't know what.
Yeah. So all that talk of the Sacae, the Saksons, and the Black River, the Black Sea, the Gauls, the Caspian Sea, the Caucasus. I mean, this is all. This is why I bring this stuff up, man. You got to tap in, yo. Think about it. And yeah, I got a little chip on my shoulder, man. I've been doing this for a minute, sharing very, very alternative to the alternative stuff with sources to back it up that is not your mainstream stuff. And Chris, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm just fucking fed up with shit.
Dude, I understand. I don't understand in your like how bad it is, but I feel your pain.
I mean, do you want me?
I can empathize.
One topic. I'll show you one thing of my books. One, and this is big book energy. I'm showing BBE. I'm not trying to show off, but I was looking through for a hard drive earlier today, and I literally could not find my hard drive. I have a huge hard drive, but I couldn't find. But here's just some books on all this shit that I happen to have on this one thumb drive, and I can't even bring it up. I can't find it. The Phoenician origins of the Britons. Let's bring that up. The Phoenician origins of the Britons, Scots, Anglo, and Saxons. I just click. That's me clicking on some randomness, right? And I got all the what's that homeboy Anatola in here. I got all. This is just one thumb drive that I have.
So wow, man, you got a lot.
This is nothing, dude. This is nothing. I have thousands of books in PDF.
I'm mad that you took down all your stuff, like, because you took it down before me and you really started even doing shows together, and I think it was before we even met and started talking. Whoops. because I would have listened through to all the old stuff.
Bro, I get a toot sometimes, man. I get a toot.
Because I remember trying to go back, and I was like, oh damn, he took down so much.
I'm ornery. I get ornery sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
Dude, read this.
Tartar yoke was merely a period of military rule in Russia, which has never been conquered by any foreign force. Supreme ruler of the military was known as the Khan. There's the Khan, or the Tsar, where the civilian rulers or the princes were in charge of the cities and provinces, responsible for collecting the tax that went to support the Russian army. Ancient Russia can therefore be regarded as a unified state, the Mongolian Great Empire. Oh, we got Rachel Higgin in here.
So much love. You see what I'm saying? One comment lifts my spirits.
Which had a regular army of professional warriors, the Horde. There was also the civilian part with no regular armies, until all the military personnel, I would think, that were serving in the Horde or was serving in the Horde. The Horde, or the militarized Russian Empire, existed between, what is that, XIV would be 14 and...
Let me Yeah.
It's 14th and 17th century. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. Its history ends with the notorious Great Strife when the Russian Tsars of the Horde, the last one being Boris Godunov, were massacred in the course of the Civil War.
Yeah. The dude, I shared. There's pictures out there of. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys again what I think of the entire makeup and how we got here. I will give you the basic overview rundown of how I see things that have happened. Okay. What we know as America is, if you look up maps, Cathay. Where did Marco Polo go? He went to Cathay to find the great Prester John, the great Khan. It is written in their books. Cathay is Canaanites. The Canaanites is Canada. Cathay and Canaanites is Canada. This is based on old maps. Okay. So Priest King, Prester Jan of Abyssinia, the abyss was in the Americas. America is what they would consider Ethiopia. If you look up the Sea of Ethiopia, Ethiopia with an A in front of it, Ethiopia, Sea.
So this will be an Ethiopia.
Yes, an AETH situation.
And the AE is the left-hand path occultist calling card too, so makes sense for that being hidden.
And don't trust me. Verify. Ethiopian Ocean. Don't trust me. Well, you can trust me, but verify.
And there's that AE connected, which is
West Africa here.
Yep.
Ethiopian Sea, and it goes all the way across to the Americas, right? So the Americas were Ethiopia, they were China. See, like I mentioned, Cathay. Look up Cathay, and that's what China is. You can also look up in Sino, Sino. That's the basis of the word China. So America is China. That's where Marco Polo went, okay, to look for the priest king, America. He went to China. He made it to China, aka America, okay? You went across Iberia with an S, Siberia. You can even look up Aiden's Cross.
You know what you need to do? You need to make a map for people with like an AI, like an easy one that will like put it the way it was, and like make like 2 or 3 versions of like simple ones to show how it shifted.
Aiden's Passage, not Asian's Passage. Look up Aiden's Passage. Could refer to the Acadian Passage. I told you Acadia is North Canada on the East Coast. Aiden's Passage was, oh, you punks. Ancient Canada crossing. This is Google, so this is a problem. Aiden's Passage, you do a little deep dive. It goes, here we go. This is super basic here. It goes above, this is Aiden's Passage. Okay. So you have Iberia, aka the Rus, Russia here, right? Into Alaska. This is where Marco Polo went to find the Khans, China, Prester John, always searching for Prester John, priest king, priest Khan. Well, then what happened is Mu. You ever heard the land of Mu? Jin.
Which Temu is now a eBay for very poor people.
Oh, that's right. So Temu Jin, who later became Chinggis Khan, King Khan, wanted to marry priest and King Khan, Chinggis Khan, was all over what they call Temujin, yeah, man. And I broke down the word jin, the mu, right? You're the jinn, by the way, Rachel Higgins. You're the origin, like Oregon, the state. You're the jinn. The jinn is you're the spirit. You know, you're the original spirit. You're the jinn. And so am I. So day, and T's could be D's, and T's could be a lot of things. Day, which we just showed you, the land of day, which is also the land of Fae. So day, T-E, could mean day, could mean Fae. For all you fairy lovers out there, you don't want to look. This is another thing that really grinds my gears, is these people out here talking about, I'm one with I channel the Fae. Oh, really? Do you know about the day and the Vey and the land of Fae that existed on actual maps, literally by their name in the land of Bassa, by a map in the 1830s? You aware of that? No, I won't look at that because they don't look like me. It's like, okay, whatever, dude. So day, Mu, there's the land of Mu, there's the Murrers, the Mooers, right? The Masons, Jinn, spirit, Fae, and it depends on what you define as the word Mason or Murrer, but perhaps builder. I don't know. It's up to you. Fae, builder, spirit within you. Perhaps. I'm just whatever. You know what I mean? Dalai Lama. That was freaking dude. Yeah, tangent. Yeah. So I like what she's saying right now. It's a lot of cool stuff. And I don't have all the answers. I just, Isaac. So, we didn't even get that. So the Sacae and the Scythians are named after Isaac. Sheesh. I didn't even. That's the main part. And look how random this was. So anyway, I was going on. So Temujin, eventually Genghis Khan, he takes over and also Asia Superior is America. So he takes over Asia Minor. It wasn't called Asia. It was called other names. India wasn't called India. That's dumb. Whoever thinks that still. Just again, ask anybody. So let me just keep moving. He took over Europe. He took over Russia, and Genghis Khan was the origins of the Teutonic Knights, the Teutonics, who eventually became the Templars. They take over the Vedic Khans, the Vatican. He took over all that area and Prester John owned what we know as America, Amaru, Khan. So many. I could cut America down to like a million different variations in my grimoire. Like it's one of the most powerful words in this entire realm, which is why I so love America. It's like one of the most incredible places I could ever imagine. But it got terraformed. But Genghis Khan was like, cool. He came across what you know is the Pacific now to battle Prester John, Priest Khan, right? God King, right? And Mongolians, Montana. You look at all the Mon references in America. It's because in all the prairies, right? The steppes. Where do you find steppes? Fields of prairies.
Prairies where the fairies are,
Prairies where the fairies are, aka that's where America, Indians, who were known as the greatest horse archers in history. The Mongolians. Who do you know is the greatest horse archers nowadays? The Indians. They're the same people. Horseback archers. Feathered Sioux. The Sioux. You ever heard of the Sumerians? The Sioux. Soiux or whatever. That's what a ridiculous way to spell SU, right? The Sioux, the dragon, fire, serpent, feathered cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you know that as?
Quetzalcoatl.
The Indian. Yeah, exactly. Indians. You think in India they're known as serpent dragon speakers who ride horses and shoot arrows? And no. So so Genghis Khan comes across. He comes across into Origin. He comes across all the, into Mexica, also known as Paradiso, the Perithians. Peru comes into what was known as Paradiso, which is what you call Mexico now. Back in the day, Moshe Khan was called Michigan. It's called Michigan now. So they come across, they fight. Genghis Khan wins. Prester John loses, and there's myths that he turned into a dragon. And I found some dragon myths in like mini, wind, so ta. There's a popular waterfall underneath there, and it has a legend that there's an iron room underneath that waterfall where a dragon resides. So that's one. Maybe
I actually think I heard about that.
Yeah, it's super basic. It's just like what's it? Minnesota waterfall dragon myth or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Dragon's Gate legend or something. But it's around. So Prester John lost. Genghis Khan won. Genghis Khan is now he created the Ru. He created from body to body. So yeah, Atlan Khan. Dude, who is this? She knows Atlan.
Rochelle.
Dude, Atlan Khan. This person already knows. I'm telling this person stuff that they already know.
Give her a wrench.
Yeah. I am weary of Ra, but it's cool. Legions of Ra, I'm very weary of, but it's cool.
She got the Ray in there too,
This person already knows. Yeah, they already know. So what we're dealing with now is the remnants of that battle and the winners of that battle. The winners being the Teutonics, Genghis Khan, King Khan. They were magi, if you believe that. Powerful magi. Now, were they magi or were they just highly technology? Right?
Eventually, it seems like it all becomes the same thing.
Yeah, you have the like one weapon that's known, the sound weapon of the fasci, right? The fascist, right? A bundle of sticks. And you see lots of people have decoded bundle of sticks. They point it and they can melt stone, right?
Starts making me think of when the people used to throw sticks for divination too. It wasn't a bundle of sticks that they would throw to divine the future. I don't know if the fascia were the same thing, but I know they used to do this.
Yeah. You see this?
Mm-hmm. This is everywhere.
Yeah.
They make it look like an axe or something for some reason.
And you see, it actually looks like a horn on this.
Yeah,
one. Yeah. But this is the people carried it. It's not just an axe. It's actually a sound weapon.
That'd be the most retarded axe I've ever seen if that was an axe.
Dude. The dumbest axe ever.
See that picture below the second one? That actually looks more like it's a handle or something. The way they put it in that gold one to the left, the second one from the right. Even that, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even when they're holding it over there, it looks like a handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a daggone rifle. It's a freaking sound rifle. that can melt down walls. You guys, sound is so important. The walls of Jericho, they told us to walk around it 7 times and sing and play music, and the walls melted and fell down. They have fasciae, weapons. They walked around.
Has anyone ever found an actual description of what the hell the fasciae is really supposed to be?
It's this.
Like, I mean, but like remade the damn thing in the way that makes more sense than just it being.
I'm not sure. How do you spell cymatics?
Cymatic.
Wine glass. If you'll notice, when the wine glass breaks, before it breaks, it bends. I'm trying to get a good vid. Nah, yo, I need some realness. And why? Who cares? Because you think of a wine glass, you hold it, you touch it. You touch it, and it's solid, right? A wine glass is solid, right? When you hold it, pretty darn solid. Look how wobbly that is. It's wobbling. Imagine these are walls. And you're putting a sound device. See how you would never imagine your wine glass or any cup, any glass you have could possibly do that, right? It's a solid thing. It expands and contracts.
And then let me just describe how unrealistic the thing is, because they're saying the fasciae is a 5-foot-long bundle of sticks or rods, is what the Encyclopedia Britannica has to say about it. So you're telling me they had a 5-foot-long bundle of rods or sticks with an axe? For what? I mean, who's swinging that? Giants?
Giants. Yeah, it's not the.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that's a absurd narrative.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a firecracker the way they have it set up too.
Oh, I know. Right? So we're jumping all over the place, but you know what I mean? I mean, the Slavs, oh man. The shit runs. I'm trying to teach history on the Ronin experience without any preparation, with a few amazing real cats out here. Like, you know, Edward's out here, Rachel's out here, some of the other homies. And I'm trying to teach an entire history of the realm. This is my story, the mystery. And yeah, we're jumping around a lot. What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
I mean, I would much rather prefer to do a presentation, but I just don't have the time or really motivation. I've already stated that. The Volga. That's where you get your quote-unquote Khazars. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not even starting to believe in Khazars like the way they say it is. Oregon. Well, we already talked about Oregon. And the organs, sound. I mean, sound is everything.
Yeah, Rachel's right about that. The fascia being the connective tissue, and your organs, it's between your skin. They're using it now with the nanotechnology type of stuff, and all that sort of graphene.
As within, so without. Is that a principle people out there have heard before? As within, so without. We're talking about, Chris and I have been talking about kind of the out, you know what I mean? The fasci weapons and, you know, origin, gons and cons and stuff. As within, so without. Pay con, fe con. Eat your pecans. They're probably super magical, just based on the name.
Church great. I didn't mean to just cut you off too. What were you just saying?
I don't know.
Because you were saying something interesting. That's my bad.
Oh, well, it's like, you know, from whenever you go first in your first grade all the way past the university. I'm literally trying to share the entire history of the realm here now. And I've been doing it. And again, not to, I love the homies, but the homies are awesome, but the masses are so lame. It's like, God, what do I get? 7 likes? It's like, why would I spend 8 hours putting a presentation together, a cohesive presentation together on the masses that don't respect me and I don't respect them?
I feel you, man. I
Dog,
feel you.
I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. I like to share with open-minded people, but I don't enjoy sharing with dogmatic, institutionally minded, mind virus contagion slaves to others.
I'm right there with you, bro.
So yeah, that's that. That's it, and that's that. So I really just, just some basics out here. This is super surface level stuff I've been sharing. I'm gonna stop sharing because it's just the reason is this. I had to do this from a personal level just quickly, as I've done in the past, as I've decoded places like Dakota, you know what I mean? And the meaning behind the symbols, D, ko, ta, D, ko, da. I can tell you, I've told you what ko means. I've told you it's symbol by symbol. I've told you what Vic means. If you look at all the Vics and all those things in Europe, I've had a video on that where I broke that down and how names are titles and what do those titles mean. Chris, and then I'm done. I get 4 likes. And then I go out there on other people's channel sharing history. I get a bunch of normie shit back. It's like, man, why even spend the time? You think I'm out and I'd rather go chase a waterfall, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's why I enjoy at least when we do stuff together, because at least we get to have a conversation, and it's nice to talk to my buddy. And I'd be the same way especially if you're just sharing stuff and you're doing it on your own and not getting love back. That's why I barely put shit on my channel.
I don't mean to sound bitter, but hey, man, I'm bitter to the masses. I'm good, even in the esoteric. So I get sheeple, gonna be sheep. It's fine. It's to the so-called high-minded cats where I'm like, wow, y'all not receiving my shit, even open-minded, and you could disagree with my stuff. But if you come with a closed mind, that's where I have problems. If you come with an open mind and you're like, hey, I disagree. I think it's this, and this is why. I go, cool. But if you're placating to authority, I don't respect that. If you're placating to academia, I have zilch respect for that. If you have your own thoughts and opinions, then I'm listening. That's the difference. Authenticity, uniqueness out here is what's up. And that's it, and that's that. And I ain't meant to be popular. I've never been popular. I've been so dope my whole life, and I've never been popular, yeah.
But didn't I thought your channel, you used to have some big shows, didn't you, on here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You were getting banned by YouTube and stuff.
Oh, I had so many amazing people on. I'm also my own worst enemy because I also I blame I'll shut the stuff down, delete it, take breaks, cuss everybody out, and then I'm always like, why is no one around?
You shouldn't have deleted it. You should have left it all up.
I know. I like people to take a little step or two to get to the place to get here. I don't want you, like the last show I put across the rope bridge. You're not going to get an escalator to the Ronin experience. You got to cross the rope bridge by yourself to get to the mystics. the mist is across the rope bridge. So you're going to have to spend a little extra time to find us here. And I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, was it Zoolander or was it Zoolander where he like went through all these like VIP ropes when he went through like a club? He went through like 20 VIP ropes.
Yeah. I think it was Zoolander. That's freaking. I mean, what's his name? I think Justin Thoreau wrote that. The guy who wrote he wrote that. He wrote
brilliant movie, bro.
He wrote Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
yeah,
another bro. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
him.
he's in the movies too, as like he's like the DJ in Zoolander who tries to kill him.
They're dance fighting.
Yeah, he's actually the lead in that show Leftovers. That was like 2-3 seasons long. That was pretty good.
Oh, whoever that dude is brilliant, and it sucks. I hope he doesn't do bad stuff in the shadows. But hey, man.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. But he's in stuff once in a while. So a lot of his stuff is good. A lot of his stuff is also goofy, but there's a lot of, especially stuff he writes, there's a lot of like hidden stuff in it, even if it doesn't do well.
Oh, no. The guy, I love it. Man, Zoolander's so funny. So this is
basically... I know.
It's glorious or whatever. I hate that these people are so okay. So one reason why they're talented is because they're empty, right? So it's difficult. So like we have
that's Edward. So true. That's so true.
Edward here, right? Edward Frank Zalowski. I love all my skis. I love the Polish pride. I think Polish people are so powerful. It's incredible. If we casted Edward in like, hey, pretend to be somebody else, he's going to have a hard time because he's himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And just coming from someone who's acted before, it's definitely difficult because especially because it is like, the people who are actually they're dumb and they it's almost like
I'm sorry. I hit a bad button. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine. But it's not even that they're dumb, but like you said, they're empty. Like they this is why no offense to I don't even want to say it. I have a family member, let's just say, who could have been a really good actor, and he'll read something like and it'll be like bam, spot on the way that if I tell him to do something this way, perfect. It'll be like exactly how it should be. I'm like, how the hell? But I realize it's just because he's not. It's like the same way Marlon Brando was that way. He was like reading off his arm or reading off of cards the whole time because his brain was like empty. There was nothing there.
Stories of Marlon Brando. He was he'd be like, yo, I ain't memorizing nothing.
No. But at the end, I mean, it also is about not caring. So that could be another. So it may not be that he was empty. It could be that he just didn't care, and you can't care at all. So it's like there's like a combination of things. But yeah, it's definitely easier if you're empty. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Because those people can just be possessed by like a spirit of you heard Denzel talk about that.
Bro, that's what I've been looking into stuff recently that this is, I'm not saying this is my opinion. I'm merely entertaining these ideas in that things like astral projecting, out of body, like trying to do out of body experience, etc. It's like you're leaving your avatar and the occult practices push that.
I mentioned this in that show I did with Nathaniel Gillis because I started figuring this out listening to the Monroe tapes of the Explorer, Chris, series.
I gotta give me 3 seconds. Keep talking, dude. I'll be right back. It has to happen right now.
Okay, go ahead. But yeah, I was listening to the Explorer series, and the Monroe Institute has this on their YouTube. If anyone wants to listen, you could hear that what they're actually doing is they're channeling entities, basically. It's and I was never told, or never, at least when you read the books by Robert Monroe on astral projection, he never tells you that you're channeling entities to get information. But in the Explorer series, that includes people like Robert Campbell. I think it is that he's the simulation theorist guy, and a few other people who I'm somewhat familiar with, but not incredibly familiar with. Other people might be. They're in their tapes. You hear other entities speaking through their body, and I nowhere in the Monroe books did I ever read about this happening during astral projection. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I mean, that might be maybe closer to the remote viewing type of thing, but I feel like the same phenomenon is happening in both. You're either interacting with them in the astral or they're possessing your avatar.
Right. It's an interesting, yeah, man.
Now, I'm sure there's a way to do it where if you're careful and you have control over things, but like that's a lot to mess with without knowing beforehand.
It's like when you hear about, dude, it's like when you hear about these people recently, like I went on vacation and came back and there were squatters in my house or something, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
But you know, these people, the celebs, the main ones that go through, see the MK Ultra style or the going to the place to get completely reprogrammed and traumatized, that happens on a grand scale also.
But
so a lot, go ahead.
This is like what Beyonce is saying. She has like an alter ego who she becomes when she acts. I forget what the hell the name of it was. I don't care what the hell the name of it was, but they all have like, a lot of them have alter egos. And the rappers do this too.
They do the same thing, yeah. And then they try and get, bro, like, okay, I think we all know that, right? They do that stuff. I think it's way darker than that. Like, I suspect there's levels to where you have agreed to have a clone made. Like, you have you and then the clone. Dude, I've heard stories of people getting super gross with one's clone.
Dude, I just started getting a little into some of the clone stuff because I know a little bit about it, but I just started listening to some of those older videos on it. And if it is legitimate and stuff like that is happening, it could get really dark really fast.
I told you, man, like, it's not even fun to look into.
Yeah.
But it's a thing, dude. It checks out. I told you about that one thing, bro. There's all the politicians. I told you about Kamala Harris, right? Like, she disappeared for several weeks.
Yeah.
Now, it's one thing to go on vacation. It's another thing to go, where's the vice president? That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And they don't know, right? And maybe they do, but they're not saying because they're in the Antarctican thing, right? She came back and her first appearance was with Al Sharpton in the interview. And I said this last week on TRE. It was, and I can't find the vid. You could probably find it on BitChute maybe or Rumble. You ain't gonna find it on YouTube. First interview back with Al Sharpton. She had several interviews with Al Sharpton, so you have to be aware of astroturfing, right? It's basic stuff. If you're a researcher of any kind. And so she was on that. She was laughing like insane, not her normal dumb laugh, like her eyeballs were all completely black.
Schizo, yeah.
Well, no, her whole eye color was black. The whole color was black. Like, it wasn't the white. She had no whites in her eyes. It was all ink black eyes. Her bone structure her facial bone structure was very prominent. And so you go, okay, cool. What does that mean? In my opinion, she went to the place and an entity, you got these a lot of politicians go and they come back and they look like someone punched them in the eye.
Yeah, that is so weird, man. That is weird. That's one of the weirdest things because it's like I've had a black eye maybe once in my entire life. Like, and how often does that happen to anyone normal?
It's always politicians. So sometimes that might be a little humiliation, private ritual. Who cares? Someone punches you in the eye. Not a big deal. A bunch of dudes hanging out. That's different. But there are some cases where it is the black goo entering your face, your body, through your eye. It is freaking rough. And you get a black eye like you got punched. But
at least that's what the claims are about it, right?
yes. And it's voluntary. It's not voluntary.
Have you seen anything like that? Videos of it actually happening, or just heard stories?
They know videos, man. There's
I
just
know.
stories.
I figured that.
Just stories, dude. So I can't verify it, but I know these cats are like, there's other entities. I'm so confident about that. It's not even funny, yo.
Yeah, no, me too.
Now, how many other entities or whatever, that's another story. You know, what is their actual like how do they look and all that? I don't know, but I know black goo is such an incredibly real and invasive thing. That is the black goo the entity, or is the black goo the tool of the entities? It's programmable. And these cats, you know, with all the Hollywood stuff, the Venom, you know, Spider-Man Venom and all that, and it's just on and on and on. The V movies, they eat shit, the Rowdy Piper movies, like all this is movies. Now, why do they show you the movies? Is it strictly are they strictly karmic lawyers trying to find loopholes and say, hey, Chris, I told y'all, so we're off the hook, right? No, it's possibly, but it could be where it's just the desensitizing.
Yeah.
And they do a satire. And they go, we eat babies. Like, yo, bro, I saw, that Pizzagate stuff back in the day.
There's some dark stuff with that.
A lot of people fell off of that because they were told it was a fake, like a psyop within a psyop. But if you listen to those Hollywood people talking about pizza, if you look at the emails, certified emails from these politicians, I'm bringing up old stuff.
Look what happened to Tracy Twyman. She never thought it was an op, and now she's gone somewhere, whether she's dead or Isaac Cappy.
Yeah, Cappy, all them cats. Yo, I saw a video the other day.
There's another one, Jenny Moore, I think was her name, who died from another. There was like 4 or 5 different investigators into that who all died.
I can find a vid for you, but I don't want to show it because it will hurt your heart. It is a German. It's in German. This little girl, she's a kid, and she's speaking in German, and there's subtitles, and she's crying, and she's saying they ate them. Is a little kid, not a grown up.
Is this one of the 2 kids who they were children of the one guy who were saying their dad was doing it?
Bro, yeah, dude.
I think I know. Yeah, I think I've seen those. Yeah.
Yo, that is not play. That is not pretend. That is not a LARP. That is the grossness and all the stuff, man. Like, again, just like I was talking about history, like I could sit and do whole courses of this history. I could do whole courses on that darkness, but I don't want to because it will hurt my heart to even try. I couldn't do it actually, but I say that to say, like, the data out there that's available is so much that we're dealing with the worst that you could possibly imagine, and even imagine non-humans, would be even worse, right? Like, they don't have any loyalty to the human species if they're not human. And I'm not saying that's a thing. I'm just saying it might pretty well be a thing, yo. You know,
exactly. I could actually, let me see if I could find this YouTube real fast, because there's
dark, dog. So Chris, keep going. Find that YouTube and share it. And
I was just gonna share it in the chat with people because a YouTube just popped up recently that was reposting all those old, like a bunch of Tracy Chapman stuff that if people want to listen to her talk about the darker stuff, they can do so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I already love the homies coming through. Mix, aka Ya Sole, La Soul, Rock. Yeah. This person knows. I like people to come around to where we don't have to talk about the basics. What I talked about earlier, folks, is how it bothered me. They got to rehash the most basics of basics about not trusting the authority. You know, it's like, hey guys, you want to talk conspiracy 101? Guess what? It's like that's not my, like, come on. Let's not waste time.
I don't know if that link went through, but if that, yeah. She or he, whoever that person is, just started posting a bunch of the old Tracy Twyman things. They're all like 3 hours long if you want to get into the really dark stuff, and they've been, for some reason, being allowed to stay up.
Yeah, and the thing is, lots of blessings. I do. So, okay. So I'm aware of these things, right? Chris, you're aware of these things. We can show lots and lots of hours of documentation, publications, videos, etc. on this. This is a channel of love and blessings. Don't forget that. This is not a fear channel. This is not a clickbait channel. But this is also not a naive channel. We can't woo our way around that.
And by the way, I don't know if I was just saying Tracy Chapman or Tracy Twyman. I meant Twyman.
Yeah, Twyman.
I might have been saying Chapman. I always do that with her, but Twyman, Tracy Twyman.
Yeah, if you did,
not Chapman, the fucking musician.
What's funny is I whatever you said, I got it. I got who you were talking about.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know which one I did, but for some reason I just had to stop and make sure I didn't say Chapman, because I do that sometimes.
So what sucks, Chris? So okay, we're talking about dark stuff. Got it. Cool. I talked about the history, and those dark people are the same people that do that fake hit, lie to you about that, to disempower you, et cetera, et cetera. One problem is these these like sharers. I'll just say these sharers. There are grifters out there, and it's like, bro, you're trying to make a living off the sharing the sensationalism. I can be so dangerous, Chris, out here on the internet, where I know I can make a super popular channel if I follow all the things. I do the clickbait. I do the sensationalism.
Oh, yeah.
You see it all the time now in the TikTok days. I don't have TikTok, but I still can see people share TikTok vids.
Yeah, I don't either.
Sensationalism with the stock music behind it, right? All that. I really have a problem with people who don't show love and gratitude to the OGs, and I have a problem with people, even the OGs, that grift and use a lot of the stuff and misuse people. One of the OGs of OGs that I have a real problem with, and I don't like any people associated with them, is Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, I think we all don't really like him.
Anyone associated with that cat has no credibility with me,
Yeah, people seem to, they get all wrapped up in like the pop cultural, I think, fascination that people had with him, and then they get themselves involved with groups of people that they don't really understand what the hell the end goal of their rituals are.
Yeah.
Which even Twyman, with the dark stuff she was doing for a little while, she even didn't get into the Crowley stuff because that was too much for her.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the quote unquote, are they lizards? Are they eating people? What's the loose stealing situation? We know we have signals around. Gosh, I'm gonna make my place a Faraday cage. Essentially, I'll buy the silver iodine paint, which is why they removed the lead paint. This is all like things that I wish people already knew, so we can just talk about being unifying and being empowered and going, yo, no. That's why I'm a hacker, Chris. I used to share information on how to navigate the internet in the most dangerous possible way anyone's ever shared openly. That's why I shut my Telegram down. And I've mentioned before, how you going around biometrics and AI, KYC. It's like, why don't you just AY yourself a new face and identity like I'd have. Bro, you don't think I have a German ID? You know, and I'm 68 years old. You don't think I have other IDs that I've literally used and have, you know, so.
Yeah, I need another one.
Bro, you all don't even, I can't talk about these things.
Yeah, I know.
And who else shares that with you for free?
I used to have the other ones back in the day when I was younger.
Yo, I would love to show off my IDs. I don't have passports, but I got driver's licenses in other countries that you could check. I have electric bills in other countries. I don't have, these are all fake shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to talk out later so you can set me up with some of this stuff.
I will, and it works. It works for now anyway.
That's wild.
Yeah, y'all don't even know, yo. The danger, when I say this, the thing is, Chris, I want the people to know it's not an ego thing that I come through a lot of these things that I say. I know it sounds that way. And yes, there's a little bit of, I'm a big deal, right? And I always try and tell everyone that they are also a big deal. I want to empower people, right? And so when I say I'm a big deal, it's also meant to go, y'all are a big deal too, and to empower you and go, anything they put as it's merely an obstacle. And I've lived a life. Obstacles are my way of life. So when it comes to KYC, biometrics, etc., okay. You're going to find a whole lot of rotating identities happening. You know, your email, your everything. You got to have so many different, not Yahoo and Gmail and all that. You got to have and Proton's a problem and all that. So Chris, and I don't want to.
I got a Tutanota.
What's it called?
Tutanota email still.
No, you need a malfeasance. You need a malfeasance email.
Let me get one of those. I'm gonna get myself one of those soon.
Yeah, look up malfeasance. I don't even like talking about. Chris, how often do you hear me really explain some of this on the open channel?
Not often anymore.
I don't like talking on open channels, but this is what I mean. Support the here go more nauseum stuff to say at nauseum. Support the underground, and the underground will support you. I haven't received any money from anyone, but I also don't want any money from anyone. No one's giving me donations except 3 years ago. Some of the homies did, but I'm doing this for the love. And
do you have any links up for donations or not?
I do, man. Pirate, I won't accept anything.
Oh, but Pirate Man. Yeah, Pirate Chain that's going to be rough for most people.
It's going to be rough. So why is it rough? Because you have to take a couple steps to make it happen. Mm-hmm. And that is the bank killer. That's the being your own bank. So that's another conversation, but I'm do it for the love. And this is why it hurts my heart. Why I don't feel, I got real homies. I got Edward out here. We got some real ones out here, dude. We got Lauren out here. Don't even get me started. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Lauren?
Don't even get me started. I do get appreciation, so don't let me do a woe's me type of trip. But on a grander scale, it's I don't have TV, so I watch YouTube a lot, right? So I hear other people, and I'm like, this is some watered down shit. Why are these people not watching my shit? Oh, because they're lame. Oh, this channel's lame, has 8,000 whatevers. I'm like, oh, because they're lame. Oh, because the cats are lame out here. Oh, they ain't trying to really do any dangerous shit. They ain't trying to talk about against the academia. They're not trying to go against the financiers. They're not trying to go against the sciencers, the seancers. They're not trying to go against any of these cats out here. It's easier. Their enslavement is more convenient for them under the guise of protection, like a mafia would provide them. then going and realizing their own power and being their own security, their own bank, their own health person, healer, their own security, their own everything.
Tell them.
Bro, if you roll up on me, I'm all those things. You go, you're your own security. Yeah. You don't want to test it. You're your own healer. Yep. Check it. You know what I mean? Look around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're your own academia. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You're your own bank. Yeah. And no one knows about it. You're your own this or that or that or that. Yeah. And if I meet someone else like that, do you know how we would look at each other a little differently than one would look at normie sheep NPC malwared mind viruses, etc. It's a lot different, and there's very few of us. So
it's okay if you're only okay if you're only a few of those things right now and you're working your way up, but at least be started on that journey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't make all my own food, but I have and shout out to the Third Eye Edify now. I don't want to blow up his spot, but we've been talking the last couple of years. Like, we have contacts with local farmers, hand-to-hand contacts, belly to belly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I grow vegetables like a suburban, I'm a suburban, guys. And I grow some veggies or whatever, but that's not my whole food. So I want to get to that place where I'm 90% food dependent. I'm not there. I'm like 3% food dependent. So I've researched for many, many years. Anyone with a prepper mindset is like electro agriculture. I'm gonna be sticking copper rods and permaculture and all these various ways, but I'm not there yet. I need to make ridiculous amount of gains on some investments and take them like I stole it, and then build my own little compound and work on my greenhouse and all those techniques. So food wise, that's an issue, except I do know people and I know them. Like, I have their phone numbers. I know local farmers. I can call them. Shoot, man. I grew up, bro. Like, I remember before you could work 10 years old, 11 years old. There was this place called Farmer John's near my house. You could go there and pick strawberries.
Yeah.
You could just show up and go, bro, can I pick strawberries? And yeah, you get them. You might walk away with some strawberries, and the guy might throw you $10. You know what I'm saying? But child labor, I'm all for child labor.
That's what's up. They don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. So, but I know I could talk to these, since we're going back to the old ways. The new ways the artificial ways, not tapped into nature, will 100% fail. The only difference is, will it fail gracefully or horrendously? It'll fail gracefully if you all ignore it. You're talking about digital IDs? Reject them. Well, what if? No, reject them for your eternal soul and spirit and anything ahead of you, whatever you think. Your kids, whatever. No. You say no. Right? Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but also you gotta look in the mirror. You about that life?
That's what's up.
Are you about that life? Are you out here supporting people online that are about that life? Are you out here supporting people that'll show you how to communicate with each other with no one able to see who's who and what's what? Encrypted, GPG keys, reticulum networks, mesh networks, Quartal. We use pirate chain not only to send money, but to send messages that is quantum proof. Quantum computers probably are 100% bogus. They don't exist. It's all that theory bullshit. But are you rocking with people and supporting the underground shit? and people that'll show you how to. You might need the dark web one day. Like, I need some metal tools. Oh, you need some metal tools.
It's getting harder and harder to survive, you know?
Yeah.
People can't pay for shit.
I'm in America. I can buy metal tools whenever I want. You sure? You think it's always going to be that way? You know, so support the underground. You might not have the network. So you will be forced for UBI, breadline, DID, bug meat. Bitch. Are these other people out here on the internet going to support you? You better know what the fudge is up.
Exactly.
And you think I'm being silly? I'm not being silly. I'm one of the not. I'm so not silly when I talk about this type of style. It's not even funny, and it's related to everything we talked about tonight. The back past stories, the pastors, and the my story. It's related to all that because that's who you're dealing with. Ruthless cats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now most people out here supporting bogus, phony, grifter, fake, empty motherfuckers.
Yep.
You ain't gonna support the real shit. You ain't gonna be able to call me. Chris will call me. He can.
Yeah, buddy.
My way. I'll answer. I'll pick up. Other people can call me, but it'll be so few and far between. You got what you need. 556-762. You know, you're not gonna know. You need NVG, like you need bullet, you need whatever, you need to send money to somewhere across the place. You gonna talk to me? You need a VPN? I'll just get a VPN. You think you're just gonna get a VPN? You think so? Okay. You don't even know. They blocked VPN traffic. VPN traffic is based on certain protocols, IPsec traffic. SSL trap. You don't have no idea. Y'all have no idea what they're doing with SSL certs right now online. You have no idea. I dealt with this the last 2 weeks at my job. SSL certs are changing. In China, they also block VPN traffic ports like, I don't even remember, like 500 and a couple other ports. They block VPN ports that IPsec runs on. You don't know about that? Does the YouTube person y'all fucking support know about that shit? I'll be fine. Do they know about reticulum and mesh networks? I know I'll be fine. But I make a fucking vid. Cats don't even hit like. Talk about not operating in gratitude. Like, get the heck out of here, yo.
Yeah, everybody hit that like.
YouTube, share this, and you think I make claims, and you think I'm going to make an 8-hour prep and do a 4-hour presentation on history? Like, get the fuck out of here. For what? 5 people to hit the like? Are you crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm venting right now, Chris.
Nah, but I hear you, bro. I hear you. You know I hear you.
I'm venting. So allow me to vent. If you guys watch us, I'm usually pretty relatively high vibe, but I'm still high vibe, but I'm venting right now, guys. I'm venting. Deal with it. It's still in love. You never had a friend or someone you love vent in love? Like,
I'm seeing the likes go up before my eyes, though, at least.
oh, for real?
Just went from 8 to 10.
Lord knows, yo. The Fowlers know. The bird cats know. Y'all don't even know that I'm straight. My tribe is birded up, and I rock with other birded people, and the Fowlers know what's up. So, you know,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
And that's very literal. And for those that know or don't know, what I'm saying is not silly. It's incredibly literal.
Oh, they're messing with your numbers right now. That's weird.
Well, here's a story, everyone. Here's a story.
I keep watching the likes go from 9 to 10 to 10 to 9 to 9 to 10.
I had James Lee. Oh, brother, from A Plain Truth. I can't. Oh, Lord, I mean no disrespect. A Plain Truth. He came on here live. He's a legend. talking about vaccines, and it's a weird, I don't want to say this, but the Ronin experience was the last time he ever did a live interview before he transitioned. And from his thing, I got a strike for like a year based on medical. And I just got that strike lifted in August, like last month or so ago, right? So since then, I've gotten like 8 new subscribers, which is pretty cool for me. It's a big deal for me. I ask anyone here in the chat if you're new. I treat each and every person here with a lot of love and respect. Like, I have so much gratitude for each being that comes through here. It's not even funny. Like, most people here, if you don't know, like, I kind of know most people here in the chat on a somewhat of a personal level. So this is a community. Like, this is a real community, you know, if you don't know.
That's what's up.
So this is all love over here, you know. And you can lurk too, it's fine, whatever. Like, if you're an anonymous person, like, I also have anonymous people who are so anonymous on the online, they won't even talk to you. Yo. Like, they'll literally not talk to you.
They'll just lurk in the background.
They're in the background. And if you all don't know, here's another thing. If you go, how do I de-Google my life, but also go on YouTube? I've shared this before, but it's dangerous. This is the most dangerous YouTube channel out there. I've shared this to where you can use there's a middleman app that will sign on to YouTube for you and not know you don't need Gmail, you don't need anything. You sign on to the middleman app. That middleman app signs on the YouTube for you. That creates that separation of not knowing who you are. Y'all don't know about that.
Gotta be careful.
Even that's wild. You know, like, if you're in the UK, you should have been on this. If you're in the UK, you should have been on my channel years ago.
Long time ago.
Years ago. You don't even know, yo.
Yeah, they're screwed out there.
Yeah, they're screwed.
Got more IDs than freaking anyone.
And if y'all don't know, here's another little feather in my cap. I've literally hunted down scammers. Like, literally. I've been on the news. I've hunted down what you would think scammers that stole your money and it's all gone. I've hunted them down and I forced them to return their money to the people multiple times. Now, a lot of people don't like my methods because if I find out who someone is and I find out they stole my money and my friend's money, and I also find out where their family lives, you know, it gets real. It depends on, you know, but that might sound hardcore to some. But if you steal all my money and all my friends' money and all of our life savings,
what they think's gonna happen?
Your family is not off the table. I'm just saying that right now. And I've done that. How do you find someone online? And it'll be like, it takes a lot of effort. It's not easy. And I've had dumb fucks be like, why don't you try and find me? It's like, you're not worth my time. It takes me every single waking moment to find someone online on where they live and their family and everything about them. And that includes all their driver's license data. I told a cat, I was like, yo, your BMW you need to register in the UK. Your registered's expired, bro. Oh, by the way, I know all your family in Romania. Here they are. Oh, by the way, I just happen to have military friends in Romania as we speak that I know personally, that are related to me. And I have Romanians y'all fucked with. You stole money from Romanians. So it gets very, very real. So you go, wow, how'd you do that? It's like, I can do it if I chose to. And the funny thing is so can you. It's so interesting. Like, what can I do? Oh, I'm just one person. You can do so much. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. This is the empowerment channel. The Ronin experience, if you ever ask one statement, what's the Ronin experience? It's to empower you. That's what this whole channel is all about. And some people might have a problem with my self-grandizing, me putting my own little, patting myself on the back, putting my own little Boy Scout badges on my chest. But I don't care. I don't care.
I think they need to appreciate you more.
Yeah. Tell him, Chris.
You need to appreciate this man right here.
One of the real, yo, man, get out of here. Your ego. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Y'all, I'm trying to show. I've been, yeah, trying to help y'all. And I also enjoy talking and sharing. It's a symbiotic relationship. I enjoy sharing. Who doesn't like sharing what they think they know? It's a biological thing in all of us, right?
Exactly.
You learn things you want to share with others. It's so normal.
Like I said, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Energy, currency, operating in gratitude. And if anyone ever seen me go into other people's area, whether it's digital area, in real life too, their channel, their YouTube thing, I leave a comment, I'm in some other Telegram, I always come with gratitude and peace and harmony and love, and I mean it. And I come showing appreciation to anyone that's invited me to their thing, and anyone that comes here that's new. I come with absolute gratitude, and it's weird to see other people not operate that way. And anyway, listen, Chris, forgive me.
Dude, you're good, bro.
It's not about me. It's not about me, dude.
You're good.
It's not about me, bro.
No, you're solid, man.
Oh, man. What else is anything else in your heart, bro? What is up with the realm? What are we doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to save this realm or destroy it? Do you want to save this realm or destroy it? What do you think?
I'm just observing at the moment. I mean, I'd like to save it if we could, but I'm not trying to be anyone's Superman at this point. I'll do what I can. You know what I mean? You got to stay balanced, man. It's hard enough right now to survive.
Campers rules. I mean, leave it better than the way you found it, man.
Exactly. That's all you can really do right now. That's all we can really do until we have more resources.
Yeah, and it's so can you be unhealthy and heal others, or do you need to be fully healed before you can heal others?
Well, the wounded healer is an archetype, so
yeah. And I resonate with that. I think, a wounded healer can heal others for sure. It's kind of like, what I'm really good at, and Chris, I bet everyone here listening is really good at giving advice.
Yeah.
I bet everyone here is so good at giving advice, but doing it is another thing.
100%.
I know exactly how y'all should be living your lives right now. I can
then applying it to ourselves, it's like,
don't even. Yeah, I won't follow my own advice, but I got the best advice for the best life. But I can tell you, I ain't gonna follow my own advice. You should do this. Let me give you my opinion about stuff.
Oh man, we got a Utah Pythagorean seer in here. Much love.
I like this. So yeah, healer.
I'm like,
yeah, you need a soul. I mean, you just need a
He gave a nice compliment before too.
Oh, what do you say?
That we both rock, which is very nice.
Oh, for real? You
I
both rock.
appreciate that. I know
Dude.
Ronin appreciates that.
Oh man, I love a good compliment. You know how much that charges anyone up that you know in your whole life? Like if you're out in the wild and you just tell someone, "Hey, nice shirt." Do you know how shifting of the energy that has? You know, it's incredible how little energy you need to give to for that energy to be amplified. It's incredible.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I preach to the choir. Okay, so I like to say that does a soldier have to be moral to fight a war? I mean, it's that's a layered thing. Sure. Soldiers, special forces, I would say yes. At least they need to believe they're moral. Soldiers is what are you doing, cat?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. What is she playing with? She's playing with like a brown paper bag. Anyway. Did we solve all the problems, Chris? I mean,
I think we crushed.
Did we crush?
Yeah. I think we crushed.
Did we cover every single topic? What topic didn't we cover? I'm sure we covered every single topic.
Cover a lot we always give a lot. 2 hours to almost 2 hours and a half. That's a lot. More than most channels usually.
Bro, I was about to quit after 20 minutes.
No, I heard it in your voice. That's why I was trying to hurry up.
I was about to just cuss everybody out. I don't need you, people. It's funny. It's such a paradox to be full of love, quote unquote love, and also just pull the ripcord. I'm out of here.
I mean, it was a last minute show. You hit me up last minute. Rolling alone is rough, especially when you're doing that. So hopefully I joined with enough time to where I think we got enough in.
Oh no, you did. No, I appreciate you coming through, man.
I appreciate the invite, bro. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you, man. I just had something steaming in my belly. Y'all ever had it?
Hell yeah.
Look at that fire out there. You know what I mean? You got to stoke the fire. I like how young people, they burn a little quick, which is good. Mm-hmm. As you get older, you tend to just have more of a stoked fire. It's just more of a constant flame.
Exactly. No, I feel that for sure.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's super impromptu, man. Just called out. Let's get out of here.
We'll obviously be back Saturday.
9 p.m. Eastern. The Trey will be back.
Yeah, buddy.
So I appreciate Utah Pythagorean Seer.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren Fowler's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Edward
Frank. Say his name. Say his last name.
Edward Frankslavsky.
Yeah, I like that. Ski, yo.
Mix, aka Just Soul.
Yeah, dude. New standards, G. What's up?
Third Eye Edify, obviously. Rochelle, wherever she went.
And we talk about all the stuff, right? The history, the vibe, the frequency, the health, the mindset, whatever. What's funny is we're also going to make the monies on this also, because why not? I'll hack this daggone realm. We're going to sponsor new candidates in California, take over California. We're going to have front men. I mean, you guys have no idea the potential.
We're getting them ready.
You have no idea. What can I do? How about use your code for utility, make ridiculous amounts of resources, hire your own government cats, hire your own everybody, your own security, and take over your area.
Can be done.
Well, not me. How could you? Can't you? You.
It can be done. I need some more resources out here, but it could be done. I think it could be done as long as we get those machines on lock.
Oh, the machines, yeah.
The voting machines need to be locked down because
I'll hack a T1000. I'll figure it out.
people be trying to hack them and change things. Even I think we actually barely do it.
Social engineering. I'll get to the factory. If you don't think I can social engineer somebody, get into the factory, get a hard drive in there. I'll dress as an electrician. I'll get into the network closet, put my prescribed USB drive somewhere. It'll start feeding data to my servers elsewhere. Before you know it, my malware zoo. Look up malware zoo, everyone. If you guys are look up OnScent. If you want to get so freaking dangerous. This is a dangerous share I just told you about. OnScent.
Say we leave it right there.
And hack the T1000. So much love. I'm good. We're gonna end the show. I don't need any music or whatever. Chris,
appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everyone watching.
Massive love, peace, and harmony, gratitude. I appreciate you, Chris. We're out here. Blah blah blah. Boom.
Much love. Much
love. Yeah. What's the final word, Chris? You got the final word.
Just we appreciate authenticity at the Ronin experience.
That's a valuable commodity, authenticity, folks. What? And then have the final word. I said something. I'm going to be quiet. Chris is going to say
another word.
Another one, dude. Do you have another one? And then
everyone have a grand evening.